Listen, let's take calls. 08717223344. Just looking at any Khalid. Khalid phoned up. No,
we want to hear from Khalid.
No, we don't. No, there's no point.
We want to hear from Khalid.
No, we won't. I don't want him to phone up tonight. Because he still believes, mate, that Mikel Arteta is the joint second best manager in the league.
Do you know what, mate? He doesn't anymore. He doesn't.
He does.
No, but tonight wasn't a performance of a manager and a team that's going.
But you've heard from Khalid.
No, but tonight changes things.
Khalid, 08717. Every time I say Khalid, yeah. 08717 John's an Arsenal fan. He's first up. Hello, John.
Hello, chaps. How are you?
Well, we're okay, John.
Right, John.
What's happening in your world?
Well, I can't really say anything because you summed everything up in the first 10 minutes about it, really. What I will say is I've never, ever been so bored watching a semi-final in my life. It was just like, it was watching an end-of-season match that had no consequence on it. It was just awful. It was just so flat. It was ridiculous.
Why, though? Why is that, John?
Well, as I told you a few weeks ago, it reflects his personality. The team reflects the manager's personality, and that's what's happening. He's as dull as dishwater. Get back to the brick lane, son, because you ain't up to being an architect, that's for sure.
Will he stay?
No chance. There's absolutely no chance he'll stay. But I will say this, that as bad as he is, behind the scenes that the club is rotten to the core as well. The recruitment over the last few years has been disgraceful. So it's a rotten club from within. The owners that don't care.
John, let me
haven't got a clue.
John, let me ask you a question, right? When predominantly in years gone by, we've talked about Arsenal. We've always talked about Arsenal as a top four side. Obviously, a really good cup team, but a side that at some stage or another could maybe push for top three, top two, and back in the day, of course, challenge to be champions of the Premier League. Now, when I look at Arsenal after a performance like that, with the manager that got the tactics involved as well, etc., are Arsenal now just a mid-table side? Is that it?
Well, the problem is that with City and Chelsea and United emerging, Arsenal couldn't really compete with them on level terms. So what they should have done years ago, and if the Cronky sons listen, what you should have done, you should have accepted your place in the table, and you should have adapted a way of doing business similar to Dortmund, because there's a lot of good young talent that's been snapped up by Dortmund and clubs like that, and maybe we should have been doing that and playing them. It would have been more exciting for the fans than trying to buy players, paying Ozil 350 grand a week, paying this one 250 grand a week. Get rid of them, keep young players, keen players. Because really, I did say to you last week that Arsenal squad are better than Tottenham, and what I didn't get across is the fact that we've got such good young talent that Tottenham haven't got. And we have utilised that talent, but unfortunately the rest of the players, the older players, have let us down badly, and the recruitment of players like Willian and... it's just a waste of time. They're a waste of time, waste of money.
Just quickly, John, yes or no, do you want Arteta out the club?
Well, no, he has to go, as simple as that. He's failed like Lampard. I mean, Lampard did better than him. He was out, and this guy failed miserably. There's no way he could stay. He's gone.
OK, John, thanks for your call. Let's go to more Arsenal fans. I think all Arsenal fans are going to say that, aren't they? Let's go to Alby, also a Gooner. Hello, Alby.
How you doing, bud? You all right?
Well, we're OK. Is there anything new you can say, bring something different to the conversation or not?
Well, if that was England... playing like Arsenal did tonight, every single English fan would be disgusted. There was not one player on that pitch who wanted to fight for Arsenal. They stood there and played it from the back, no interest in trying to win the game.
It's a very good point, actually, isn't it? I mean,
every single English fan would be disgusted. There's not one player on that pitch who would fight to try and win that game.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm like, this is my team who's got the only thing to win, go for it. Not one player interested.
But that's got to come from the manager, isn't it? It's
not the manager. This is a player who's playing for their team.
No, I know, but
Jason, Carter yesterday probably run more miles than the whole Arsenal did today on the pitch.
Yeah, but I've always said this. I'll always defend players, and I know some ex-players, Perry Groves, has said that he knows players that have gone out and haven't tried. I don't. I never did. But when performances were poor, it generally reflected on your belief in the manager. And if you lose belief, if you start to question the manager's tactics and the way he sets things up and his lineup, you don't plan on putting in a bad performance. That performance there tonight told me the players do not believe and trust the manager.
Arsenal out the Europa League, of course, one side that are through to the final. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer no longer falls at the semi-final hurdle. He's through to the final of the Europa League. United lost 3-2 away at Roma, but of course it doesn't matter. They won 5-8 on aggregate. Let's speak to Johnny. He's a very happy Man United fan. Hello, Johnny. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, Johnny.
It's me again from Belfast, all right?
I know it's you. I know it's you.
We can
John.
tell, John.
Listen, mate, absolutely delighted. I know we lost the game, but to be fair, you know, changing the fullbacks at half-time definitely worked against us. It made it a bit rugby for about 5-10 minutes, but in some ways the results are irrelevant. You dust yourself down. Mm-hmm. It'll be a completely different team in the final with a completely different attitude, you know. So really happy with the way things are going, you know. But look here, just very quickly, lads, I wanted to say I've had a good think about my top 6 talkSPORT presenters.
Your top 6 talkSPORT presenters?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm only going to let you rattle off the list if, of course, me and Jay are in the top 2.
Yes. Well, no. The good news is Jason's made it into the Champions League now. So, Andy, you're still number 1.
I'm still number 1.
Still number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Danny Kelly's number 2. I love Danny Kelly.
Okay.
He is fantastic.
Right.
Number 3 is Simon Jordan. Bit left field. I know he's a bit annoying. He pontificates a lot when he's on the station.
Ducks
you know,
like
he knows everything.
Ducks like a duck. And ducks like a duck.
Yeah.
Jason, you're number 4.
Well done,
Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League. And then Huxby and Jacobs. They are fantastic as well.
Yeah.
5 and 6.
Europa League.
Joint 5th.
Europa League.
Yeah. Johnny, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for your time, pal.
Cheers, John boy.
Thank you very much, lads. Have a lovely evening, okay? And
yeah, you too. That was Johnny, the Man United fan. I don't know if you came in late. We were just talking about top presenters at talkSPORT. You put me as number 1.
You did.
So,
I'm not laughing, mate.
Why is that funny? That's believable, isn't it? Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. All right, I am now because you made me laugh.
Well, that's his opinion. He's entitled to it.
I know, but he's, you know.
Anyway, you're listening to... Quick reminder of both of those finals. The Europa League final, of course, it features Manchester United, not against Arsenal. That's live on talkSPORT on the 26th of May. The Champions League final. Come on, Chelsea. Chelsea take on Man City. That's also live on talkSPORT 3 days later on May the 29th. We, of course, are taking calls on Arsenal crashing out of the Europa League and United getting through to the final. 08717 223344. You're listening to me, Andy Olsen, the number 1 named presenter at talkSPORT, and number 4 over there as well, Jason Cundy, on the Sports Bar on talkSPORT.